This is a interesting situation, but you can actually see daylight at the end of the tunnel down there where the pipe comes in. It's going to take quite a bit of water to flush that out, but it's definitely not blocked by any means. But that's a problem. Well, what's up, guys? It's Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, and I'm sitting on the porch, the very small porch of the Mill Creek cabin, and I came over to get a little work done. I need to do some maintenance on the skid steer. Brought grease gun because we all know grease is the lifeblood of machinery like that, with all the hydraulics and everything. So we're going to grease it up real good, and I'm probably going to see if I can load up that Moschio flail mower and take it home. We just don't need to leave it over here. I really don't have tight enough security over here to keep things from getting stolen. But the weather's not cooperating. We're getting just a little bit of rain. It's supposed to clear off in the next hour or so. So I may just step into the cabin, make me a cup of coffee, enjoy this light little drizzle, and then get some work done. Well, I think the rain's gonna let up. It's just a sprinkle, really. But I'm gonna sit here, enjoy a hot cup of coffee, and just enjoy the property, nature. Maybe a deer will show up, probably not. But I don't know if any of you guys watch my old buddy Flair. I've seen 2 survival camping videos. Poor old Flair, it takes him 30, 40 something minutes to make a cup of coffee over his old wood stove. I'm telling you what, that little butane burner and my robbed insert out of an old drip coffee pot, I can have a pour over cup of coffee in about 3 minutes or less. And it's dang good. And really hot. Good news, bad news, I don't know. The obviously we didn't even get enough rain to muddy up the ground. It's barely even wet at all. I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's a lot more of our wheat and oat mix, well, it was mostly wheat, coming up on the pond dam. At least we'll have something here to stop some of the erosion, but I think we're losing water. So if you'll remember the last video, the last time we were here, gosh, it's probably been 10 days or so, I put this stick in the mud right at the edge of the water, and the water has definitely dropped quite a bit since then. Not what you like to see, especially, you know, after you spent so much money building, or rebuilding in this case, a pond. But we can say it's not just due to the spillway pipe. So I'm not sure why we're not holding water. Now, honestly, we've never actually got the pond full. We're still in a severe drought, and it is a newly rebuilt pond, and it may take it a little while to actually settle and hold water. And it has, you know, today's little bit of rain's the only moisture we've had in several weeks now, so the pond level is going to drop, but I don't feel like it should have dropped that much. I'm just, you know, I don't know how to say I'm thankful, but I'm glad we can at least know it's not just this leaking. You know, and honestly, I'm a little puzzled by this, but this side, the back side of the spillway, has dropped substantially too. The water level here's probably dropped, I'm going to say, a good 4 to 6 inches. You can kind of see the mud line, the difference in the way everything looks there. So the water level's dropped here too, so it's kind of I don't know, kind of interesting. And our beaver friend has still been hard at work, as you can see. This guy is a busy little beaver now. I just pulled the card out of this camera right here that's kind of pointing over towards his den. Last time this had 0 files, and this time it had like 400 and something. So we should have some good video of Mr. Beaver, but I'm seeing something that I don't like. And I don't know how well you guys can see it on video, but it looks like he's storing his food supply in our overflow spillway pipe, and that's not good. So for the sake of the video, I'm going to walk out on this pipe and show you guys what it looks like up inside, and that'll also give me a view of what it looks like inside the pipe. So it doesn't look like he's, you know, building a den or anything. He's just using it as food storage. This is a interesting situation, but you can actually see daylight at the end of the tunnel down there where the pipe comes in. I don't have a flashlight to shine all the way up in there, but it looks like he's storing food all the way through the pipe. It's going to take quite a bit of water to flush that out, but it's definitely not blocked by any means. But that's a problem. And I've been trying to put it off as long as possible. Look how green it is back here, man. It's really starting to grow back here, but we're probably going to have to trap Mr. Beaver soon. As long as he's just messing around out in here, I really don't care. But if he starts clogging this up and dams up the spillway pipe, that's a really bad situation. And we don't need a clogged spillway pipe. So, Mr. Beaver, we're fixing to have to trap you. You know, deer season may have ended, but that just means it's time to start preparing for the upcoming season. And, you know, I can remember as a kid, all the way up through even when I was a trooper, one of my biggest dreams, one of my biggest goals in life was to be the host of a hunting show on television. I literally grew up watching Jimmy Houston on Saturday mornings, or whenever I got the chance to watch Jimmy Houston outdoors. And that was a dream, was to be the host of an outdoor hunting show. And it is amazing what God can do in your life. And it is amazing the opportunities and the doors that the Lord will open up for you if you're brave enough to walk through them sometimes. And I struggle with that, don't get me wrong. My dream, my goal in life for many, many years is to host a television show, a hunting show. And in that, there's really one episode a week, and most television shows are on TV 2 quarters of the year, maybe. Now, Jimmy's obviously way bigger than that on so many networks, but you look at the Outdoor Channel or the Sportsman's Channel, those guys have 13, maybe 20 episodes a year. Think about that. God has opened up an opportunity for me and my family to not be on a television show, but to have our own window into the world, to me, that's even better than television. You watch a hunting show on TV, it's literally 90% ads. With YouTube, Facebook, and being a social media content creator, we control how many ads are on the videos, how many sponsorships we have. And I know sometimes those can get a little too much, but the reality is you have to pay the bills. But with a television show, you're paying for airtime. You have to pay to put your show on television. With YouTube, they pay us, and it's our content, our way, and we can show whatever we want. We're not strictly a hunting channel, and I don't ever intend to be that way. But I feel like looking back over this year's hunting season, and even years in the past, that goal has been fulfilled in such a better way than I ever dreamed. I don't now have any ambitions of hosting a hunting show on television. I don't want our YouTube channel to ever turn into a television show. I love where we're at. I love what we're getting to do. And we're coming up on 1 year of ownership on this property here, this 80-acre property that we call the Mill Creek property. Emily harvested a really nice buck this year, or this past season. And, you know, sometimes I look at this place and I forget that old saying that Rome wasn't built in a day. I get a little bit overwhelmed sometimes when I come over here and think about all the projects, all the work that needs to be done. But Rome wasn't built in a day. And I am so incredibly blessed and honored and humbled. That's humble. I love that word, humble. I try to stay humble in everything I do. And that's something I want to instill in my children. And is to be humble and remember how you got where you are. Remember where you came from. I didn't grow up with a lot of money, I promise you that. And I am humbled to say we're coming up on 1 year of ownership on this piece of property. And one thing, when I bought this place, I was talking to the realtor, the real estate agent that helped us buy this place. He kind of got to know Buck, the guy we bought it from. And Buck spent most of his life out here just working in the woods and cutting trees and cutting firewood and cutting down cedar trees, and never had a lot of heavy equipment, never had a lot of money to put into this place. But one thing that we talked about that realtor told me after he got to know Buck was, he said, one thing I can tell about old Buck is he knows that this wasn't his place, it was just his turn. He didn't own this place forever, he just had a turn in ownership here, and that has stuck with me, and I think that'll stick with me forever. It's not mine, it's just my turn, because someday this piece of property, these trails are going to be driven by someone else, whether it's my kids or someone we sell it to. I don't know what the future holds, but it's not really mine, it's just my turn, and I want to make the best of my turn here. And you know, I spend a lot of time alone in the woods, just thinking when I'm working or when I'm out preparing for deer season or whatever it is. And I think back over like Houston's past deer season with Limpy Gimpy. You know, those are memories that I will cherish for the rest of my life. And I've been able to share it with hundreds of thousands of people. That special moment between Houston and I in that ground blind after he put an arrow through Limpy Gimpy. He was so overcome with emotion, tears rolling down his face, and all he could think to say was, "I love you so much, Dad." And that fills my heart. And so many of you guys responded in the comments to that, and it brought back memories of your childhood. It brought back memories of you hunting with your kids or your grandkids, and that's why we do this stuff. It's not mine, it's just my turn. And we're gonna make the best of it while we can. I love every moment of what I get to do here and on my property at home. It just means so much to me. And I don't know, I'm thinking out loud to you guys. So anyways, I'm gonna get back to work, get a few more chores done here since the rain's gone and the skies are starting to open up, clear up. It's a beautiful day in Oklahoma. Little charger for my battery that runs the electronic diverter, so you can use the extra hydraulic cylinder on this machine. So got to charge that battery every once in a while. So we'll just use our solar power from our EcoFlow power system here at the cabin. You see our little trickle chargers, we're pulling 20 watts and we're getting 36 watts of solar in right now. 57, not very good, but we are getting some solar power in right now, and it's more than we're using, so I'll take it. Well, guys, I think that's where we're going to call it quits for the day. Got several hours of work done over here at the cabin, and I'm telling you, what started off as a dreary, rainy day, look at that, blue skies. I'd stay over here until dark and work if I could, but unfortunately, that's just not how it works sometimes. It's about 2 o'clock. I got to get home, do all my chores, go get Houston. He's got CrossFit at 3:30, and then Emily's got hitting lessons for softball at 5:30, and then we're gonna go to church tonight. So busy day, got a lot done, got a lot accomplished. It feels good just to get out here to cabin property and do some work and get a few things accomplished. It's not all gonna happen at once, but slowly but surely things will start looking better and better around here. Maybe eventually we'll get a pond to hold water. Maybe eventually we'll get ahead of most of the invasive eastern red cedar trees around here. And spring will be here before you know it. And we're going to have to do some spring food plots, I hope. Getting everything ready for hay season. And, you know, it's just one season rolls right into another and rolls right into the other. But anyways, guys, I love it. New Holland skid steer. Working like a champ. I absolutely love that thing. The mini clip tree shear, it's on the battery charger right now. I'm telling you, I've done some work with that thing. But anyways, guys, that's all I've got for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. You guys have a great day, and as always, we'll see you on the next video.